her suspended, but all their internationals came home safe and sound. It's a measure of how far the Premiership leaders have come that 7 of this team were on national duty this week, and 2 of those who were not, strikers Shearer and Sutton, have scored 53 goals between them for Blackburn this season. Richard Witschke, the Dutch international on loan from Bordeaux, is one of the substitutes. The first 20 seconds, and Chris Sutton scores. Well, Kenny Dalglish looks as stunned as anybody, but he couldn't have asked for a better start than this. And Everton Southall. An astonishing opening to this game, and Chris Sutton, the man who scored it, unlocked a defensive system that Joe Royle had intended to play with 3 central defenders today, Barrett, Watson and Ablett, but where were they? Joe Royle would like to know. Here's Atkins. And that's Shearer. Free kick to Blackburn. Pearce and Hendry are on their way forward. Graham Lasso has come across to this side to possibly curl it in left-footed. And low by Lasso to Sutton. But Shearer! Oh, it's 2! 6 minutes gone, and Alan Shearer gets Blackburn's second goal, and Everton are all over the place. Kenny Dalglish's team make a startling opening to this game. It was played in low, the free kick to Sutton, but when it came out, Shearer drove it equally low, but accurately past Southall. And the SAS, as they call them, Sutton and Shearer, have each struck inside the opening 6.5 minutes. Shearer makes it 34 for the season. Here's Amakachi. Horn. Stewart, chance. Oh, good effort. Brilliant goal. Graham Stewart, the scorer. Blackburn are upset because of the player on the ground injured, which preceded the goal. There he is now. He was out the game, but Everton weren't hanging around. That's a great piece of vision by Graham Stewart. He knew where the England goalkeeper was, Tim Flowers, which was off his line. And how long did it take for him to size up the situation? That's a beautiful chip. And keeps the score at 2-1. Shearer. And they're just happy to get the ball away, Blackburn, at this stage. And Blackburn Rovers go 6 points clear again of Manchester United. Everton are still in relegation trouble. That has to be the summary of a match that was frantic, fiercely contested. Everton made a bold attempt to recover ground lost in the first 6 minutes. Didn't quite achieve that, partly because Hendry and company were so utterly determined, particularly in the second half. A final score: Everton 1, Blackburn Rovers 2. You must have been pleased with the save that turned the ball onto the post today.
Yeah, well, I mean, they just scored, and with our kick-off, we put them clean through. And, yeah, I think it was Stuart Barlow. He turned and got a good shot on it, really, and it come across me. And I just managed to get the end of my gloves to it, and it hit the post and come back out for us. And from then on, it was all Everton, really.
But resilience of the men in front of you.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, second half especially, we defended from the front. We got everyone behind the ball because we knew that we were going to face more of the same. And I thought in the end we did well to hold out. I could imagine with the 5 or 6 they've got suspended, they're going to be a right handful.
Were you encouraged by the mood in the side today, bearing in mind you had so many suspensions?
Well, we've had that mood from the start, to be fair. There's never been a shortage of honesty from the players.
We've taken 3 points from a game that I don't think we deserved. I think Everton deserved at least something from the game, but we'd take any small mercies it's gone, John.
You didn't think you deserved to win?
Well, I think they deserved something from the game. I think to score 2 goals away from home, you deserve something from it. But I mean, their attitude and commitment was matched by ours, and I don't think it was a footballing spectacle, but I think it was a tremendous show of character and guts from both sets of teams.
They got their 3 points, Blackburn, but I don't suppose it was a lot of fun to play in for the Blackburn players.
It would be fun at the end. I think there'd be a mixture of relief and elation. And it's a certainty at the end of every season, if you do win the championship, you look back at one of the games in the running and think that's where we won it. And today, they didn't play well. They've gone to Goodison. Everton have got a great home record and they've come away with 3 points. Very lucky, but the points are all important.
Now, Everton thought they should have had a penalty at one stage there. Let's look back at that.
Yeah, as the ball comes into the box and Jackson gets up well, heads it forward. Now Pearce comes in and definitely the left hand comes out, but I think he's just going for the ball. He's got up, he wants to win it more than Graham Stewart, and for me a legitimate challenge and no way a penalty kick.
Now, we always hear about Shearer and Sutton and the star players, but the star man today for you was Colin Hendry, wasn't he?
He was absolutely magnificent in the air, in the deck. He challenged. He's been great all season, but today he was like a giant amongst men, he really was. We've got him circled here. This is the big tussle in the goal mouth. And I don't think he actually touches the ball at all here, but he's up, then he goes down, he gets in a tangle with Tim Flowers, but he gets up quick, and then it's just a massive free-for-all. But for bravery, it's 11 out of 10 because he's right in the firing line every time there, and then eventually he tries to head it out. It's just unbelievable. And when we see this from another angle, just watch this. It's incredible.
He's got tremendous courage.
Well, he didn't get a touch there, but he definitely gets a touch here. First one comes in from Graham Stewart. Pearce gets a good touch. Now look at the distance he's got to make to get to the goal mouth. And when Andy Hinchcliffe hits it, Colin Henry's in there, and that's fantastic defending to get it off the line. And I would imagine Mr. Dalglish would be very happy with his central defenders today.
Without any doubt.